As we get older, the changes inside our bodies often happen so gradually that we hardly notice them until the effects begin to show up in ways we can't ignore. One of the most silent and overlooked shifts happens in our gut, the long, twisting system of tubes that carries out the essential job of processing everything we eat and eliminating what we don't need. But here's the startling part. Many adults, especially those over 50, are walking around with several pounds of accumulated waste stuck in their intestines. This isn't just harmless leftover food. Over time, this waste turns into a hardened, sticky sludge that clings to the inner walls of your colon like plaque on teeth. And just like plaque, it doesn't go away on its own. It builds up year after year, slowing down your digestive system, interfering with how nutrients are absorbed, and releasing harmful toxins back into your bloodstream. Most people are completely unaware this is happening. They just feel bloated, tired, foggy, or uncomfortable and chalk it up to aging or stress. But the truth is, your gut might be carrying years, or even decades, of compacted toxic material that's slowly impacting your entire body. Now you might be wondering how this buildup even starts. It all comes down to how the digestive tract functions and changes with time. The human intestine is an incredibly intricate system, around 23 feet long, with multiple curves, folds, and pockets designed to extract as much nutrition from food as possible. But that complexity also means it's easy for undigested particles to get trapped, especially when the system isn't moving efficiently. Over the years, processed foods, low fiber intake, dehydration, stress, medications, and even certain lifestyle habits can all contribute to a slowdown in intestinal movement. When digestion becomes sluggish, food doesn't move through as quickly, and some of it gets left behind. That material then begins to ferment, harden, and stick to the intestinal lining. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. The waste doesn't stay inert. It starts to rot, producing gases and releasing toxins. These toxins don't just stay in the gut. They seep through the intestinal wall and enter the bloodstream, traveling to organs and tissues all over the body. What starts as a gut issue can quietly influence everything from your energy levels to your mental clarity and even your emotional well-being. And speaking of emotions, did you know your gut and your brain are in constant communication? Scientists have discovered that the gut houses its own complex network of nerves, over 100 million nerve cells to be exact, more than what's found in the spinal cord. This intricate system is often called the second brain because of how deeply it's involved in mood, decision-making, and even emotional responses. This connection helps explain why people with gut issues often experience symptoms like anxiety, irritability, insomnia, and depression. One key reason is serotonin, a neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of happiness and calm. While most people associate serotonin with the brain, around 90–95% of it is actually produced in the gut. When the digestive system is inflamed or clogged with waste, serotonin production drops, and this can dramatically affect how you feel every day. Imagine this. Your gut is inflamed, swollen, and sluggish. And at the same time, the chemical that makes you feel balanced is being suppressed. That's not just a recipe for indigestion, it's a breeding ground for chronic fatigue, low mood, and brain fog. Sadly, many people live with this every day and never connect it to the state of their gut. We've been conditioned to look for solutions in quick fixes, pills that promise fast relief, expensive supplements, or even restrictive diets that are impossible to follow long-term. But these methods don't solve the root problem. In fact, some of them can make things worse. Take laxatives, for example. While they might offer short-term relief, they train your gut to rely on them, weakening its natural ability to move waste. Over time, this can lead to dependency, making the original issue even harder to resolve. Or consider fiber supplements. While fiber is essential, loading your system with processed powder without addressing hydration, inflammation, or enzyme production can actually cause more discomfort. What's even more frustrating is that, The wellness industry often overlooks or underplays the power of simple, natural solutions. That's because they're not as profitable. But the truth is, you don't need complicated regimens or pricey treatments to reboot your digestive system. What you really need is to understand how your body works and to give it the support it's been craving all along. That support comes in the form of hydration, natural ingredients, healthy fats, and timing. And when combined correctly, this approach can unlock some truly surprising results in just a few nights. You see, your body is incredibly intelligent. It wants to cleanse, repair, and thrive. But it can't do that when it's bogged down by toxic waste and starved of proper fuel. Think of your gut like a highway. If there's a traffic jam, nothing moves forward. But if you clear that blockage, everything flows better. Your digestion, your energy, your mood, even your sleep. The key is to use what nature has already, provided in the right way and at the right time. And this brings us to a simple yet powerful nighttime routine that has helped thousands of people reset their gut naturally. This mixture is not magic. It's science-backed and time-tested. It combines warm water with fresh lemon juice and either extra virgin olive oil or soaked chia seeds. When used properly, it works in harmony with your body's natural rhythm, especially overnight when your body is in rest and repair mode. Instead of adding stress to your system, it gently stimulates your digestive tract, hydrates your cells, and helps loosen the old, hardened waste so it can finally be released. You don't have to starve yourself, buy expensive products, or rely on medications. All you need is consistency, the right ingredients, and a few quiet nights to let your body do what it was built to do: heal. So let's talk about this gentle yet powerful cleanse in detail. Not the kind that has you running to the bathroom all day or leaves you weak and dehydrated, but the kind that works while you sleep, silently encouraging your gut to let go of what it's been holding on to for far too long. This natural combination has just 3 components: warm filtered water, fresh lemon juice, and your choice of either extra virgin olive oil or soaked chia seeds. These aren't exotic ingredients. You likely already have them in your kitchen, which is part of what makes this approach so refreshingly honest. No gimmicks, no imported powders, just simple things that, when combined and timed correctly, can act as a powerful internal reset. But before we get to the recipe, let's understand what each element brings to the table. Because when you understand why it works, you're more likely to trust the process and stick with it long enough to feel the real change. Let's begin with the water. And not just any water, but warm water. Temperature matters here. Warm water helps your internal muscles relax. Think of it like a warm bath for your insides. It softens anything that's hardened and stuck along your intestinal walls, and it makes it easier for your body to move waste without strain. Cold water, especially before bed, can actually tighten things up and slow down digestion. But warm water? It prepares your gut to release, not to hold on. It's also essential for hydration. Without enough water, even the most fibrous foods can't do their job. Waste gets stuck, becomes hard, and builds up, and your body just keeps pushing it forward without eliminating it properly. Drinking warm water before sleep allows your system to focus fully on repair and detox during the night, instead of wasting energy digesting new food. It's like giving your gut a few hours of uninterrupted cleanup time, something it rarely gets if you're always snacking late or drinking sugary drinks before bed. Next comes lemon, and while it's often overlooked as just a flavoring ingredient, it's actually a digestive powerhouse. Lemons are loaded with citric acid, which stimulates the liver to produce more bile. Bile is your body's natural soap. It breaks down fats, dissolves sludge, and helps eliminate waste more effectively. Without enough bile, your digestion slows, fats don't break down properly, and toxins linger far longer than they should. By encouraging bile production, lemon acts like a spark plug for your entire detox system. It also helps balance your body's pH. That might sound strange given how sour lemons taste, but once metabolized, they have an alkalizing effect, making It's harder for harmful bacteria and yeast to thrive inside you. On top of that, lemon supports kidney function by gently encouraging urination, which further helps filter toxins out of your bloodstream. It's like getting a mini full-body cleanse from just a few squeezes of a fruit you already know. And then there's the immune boost. Vitamin C, antioxidants, and natural cleansing properties that protect you while your body does the deep work overnight. Now, depending on your preference or what your body responds to best, the third ingredient will either be extra virgin olive oil or chia seeds. Let's explore olive oil first. It's more than a cooking fat. In fact, ancient cultures have used it for generations as a healing elixir. When taken on an empty stomach, especially before sleep, it acts as a lubricant for your digestive tract. Think of it as helping things glide through more smoothly, reducing the friction that makes bowel movements painful or sluggish. But olive oil doesn't stop at lubrication. It also activates your gallbladder, which triggers the release of, you guessed it, more bile. This is incredibly helpful in loosening and softening the dense waste that may be clinging to your intestinal walls. What's more, high-quality cold-pressed olive oil contains anti-inflammatory compounds that soothe irritated digestive tissues. If your gut has been inflamed for years without you realizing it, olive oil offers gentle healing while also helping remove what's causing the damage in the first place. It's both a cleanser and a healer. Exactly what you want when you're trying to gently reset your digestive health. Now, if olive oil doesn't appeal to you, or if you want a fiber-rich alternative, chia seeds are an incredible option. When soaked in liquid, chia seeds absorb up to 12 times their weight in water and form a jelly-like gel that expands in your gut. This gel acts like a broom, sweeping out debris that's stuck to the intestinal walls. It adds bulk to your stool, making it easier and more complete to eliminate waste. But more than that, chia seeds deliver both soluble and insoluble fiber, two types that your gut desperately needs. Soluble fiber helps slow digestion and stabilize blood sugar, while insoluble fiber adds structure to stool and supports regular bowel movements. The result is a dual-action cleaning effect: softness and structure, hydration and movement. Plus, chia seeds are rich in plant-based omega-3s, which are known for reducing inflammation. They also help feed beneficial bacteria in your gut, improving your microbiome, the collection of microorganisms that play a massive role in everything from digestion to immune function and even mental clarity. The preparation of this drink is simple but must be done mindfully. Always use a clean glass, not plastic, since lemon can interact with plastic and break it down, releasing microtoxins into your drink. Fill the glass with 1 cup of warm, filtered water, not hot enough to burn, but warm enough to feel soothing. Squeeze in the juice of half a fresh lemon. Always use fresh lemon, not bottled juice, because the natural enzymes and acids in bottled versions are often altered or destroyed by processing and preservatives. Then choose your cleansing ingredient. Either 1 tablespoon of high-quality, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, or 1 teaspoon of dry chia seeds. If you go with chia, give the mixture at least 5 to 10 minutes to sit, allowing the seeds to absorb the liquid and form their gel. Stir thoroughly so the ingredients are well distributed and drink the mixture slowly, preferably at least 3 hours after your last meal. This timing is key. You want your stomach to be empty so the mixture can travel straight to your intestines without being mixed with leftover food. Don't eat or drink anything afterward. Let your body focus purely on the cleanse. When you follow this routine for 5 consecutive nights, you give your body a consistent opportunity to undo years of stagnation and build-up. The changes can be subtle at first or dramatic. It depends on your current state of digestive health. On the first night, you might feel very little, or you might already notice stronger bowel movements the next morning. Some people report excess gas or rumbling, which is simply the gut's way of waking up after a long time running on low power. By the second night, you might start seeing visible differences. darker, looser stool that indicates older waste is being flushed. You may even notice a change in smell or texture, which, while not pleasant, is a clear sign that your body is eliminating what it no longer needs. On the third and fourth nights, some people pass strange, stringy, or rubbery substances. These are mucus layers and hardened fragments that have likely been sitting in your intestines for years. While it might look unusual, this is the moment most people feel relief. The bloat starts to go away, energy returns, and a feeling of clarity begins to emerge. By the fifth night, many report an undeniable shift. You may wake up feeling lighter, mentally clearer, and even more optimistic. Not because of wishful thinking, but because your body is finally free from the internal burden it's been silently carrying. Your stomach may appear flatter, your digestion more regular, and your cravings reduced. This isn't a trick or a placebo. It's the result of aligning your natural biology with the tools that were always available to support it. And best of all, this isn't a one-time fix. Once you experience the benefits, you can adopt parts of this routine long-term. Drinking warm water and lemon in the morning, keeping fiber in your diet, avoiding processed foods, these aren't restrictions. They're upgrades to the way your body functions every single day. Think of it like cleaning your home. You don't do it once and never again. You maintain it. Your body deserves the same care. This is about taking back control of your health in a way that feels empowering, not punishing. Because when your gut is healthy, everything else begins to fall into place. Your mind, your mood, your energy, and your ability to show up fully in your own life. Now that you've completed the 5-night cleanse, the real transformation begins, not just in how you feel physically, but in how you choose to treat your body moving forward. Because here's the truth most people overlook. Your gut isn't a machine you fix once and forget. It's a living, breathing ecosystem that needs regular care and attention, just like any part of your health. This cleanse is a reset, but if you return to the same habits that caused the buildup in the first place, the results will fade. That's why the days and weeks that follow are so important. Your gut is now more receptive, more open, and more capable of absorbing nutrients and eliminating waste. This is your window, your chance to build momentum, to support your body as it rebalances, recharges, and rebuilds. The choices you make from this point on can either nourish that momentum or reverse it. And the good news? The maintenance plan is simple, sustainable, and doesn't require a dramatic lifestyle overhaul. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Start each morning by continuing the warm water and lemon routine. Drinking this mixture first thing on an empty stomach gently wakes up your digestive system. It hydrates your cells after a long night, stimulates bile production, and helps keep waste moving before your first meal even hits your stomach. Many people find that this one habit alone keeps their digestion smoother, their bloating down, and their energy up. And it only takes 5 minutes. Pair that with a high-fiber breakfast. Think oats, chia pudding, flaxseed smoothies, or fresh fruit. And you're giving your gut exactly what it needs to stay clean and active. Throughout the day, prioritize water. It sounds basic, but dehydration is one of the top reasons people feel constipated, tired, or inflamed. Aim to sip water gradually instead of chugging it all at once. Your digestive system operates best when it's consistently supported, not flooded and drained in cycles. Add a pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon to 1 glass a day if you want to boost your mineral intake and improve absorption. Next, focus on your fiber, but from real food. While supplements can help in specific cases, nothing beats whole food sources. Beans, lentils, avocados, leafy greens, apples with the peel, berries, nuts, seeds. These all provide both soluble and insoluble fiber, which together feed your good gut bacteria and help sweep your colon clean. If you've completed the cleanse, your gut flora is more balanced now, but those good microbes need fuel to stay active. That fuel is fiber. Without it, the harmful bacteria, the ones that contribute to inflammation, bloating, and even weight gain, start to creep back in. Fermented foods like sauerkraut, kefir, kimchi, and plain yogurt, if you tolerate dairy, are also incredible allies. They introduce live cultures that help keep your microbiome diverse and resilient. And if fermented foods aren't your thing, you can focus on prebiotic-rich options like garlic, onions, asparagus, bananas, and leeks. They serve as food for the probiotics already in your gut. Now let's address the foods that work against all your progress. You don't have to be extreme, but certain things are worth limiting if you want to maintain your results. Processed sugars, refined flour, fried foods, and artificial additives aren't just bad in the abstract. They directly impact the gut. These substances feed the wrong kind of bacteria, promote inflammation, and slow down digestion. They also confuse your hormones, dull your appetite regulation, and increase cravings. If you've ever noticed that eating junk leads to wanting more junk, that's not a lack of willpower. It's a biological loop. Breaking that loop becomes easier when your gut is clean and your body is getting the nutrients it needs. So treat your post-cleanse window as sacred time. Use it to replace old habits, one meal at a time. Cook more at home, read ingredient labels, experiment with herbs like ginger, turmeric, and fennel, which naturally support digestion and reduce inflammation. Eat slowly, chew thoroughly, and avoid eating when you're stressed or distracted. These small, mindful practices add up fast. But gut health isn't just about food. It's also deeply tied to your emotions, your sleep, and your daily rhythm. When you're anxious, your gut tightens. When you're exhausted, digestion slows. When you're in constant fight or flight mode, your body prioritizes survival over repair. So one of the best things you can do for your digestion is to create moments of calm. This doesn't mean you need to meditate for hours or retreat into silence. It simply means building rituals that center and soothe you. A short walk after meals, 5 deep breaths before eating, stretching before bed, putting away screens at least 30 minutes before sleep. These habits not only improve your gut health, but they also reduce cortisol, balance blood sugar, and improve your sleep quality, all of which are deeply linked to how your digestive system functions. The gut-brain connection is not a theory. It's biology. And the more you support your nervous system, the better your digestive system will respond. As the weeks go by, you might start noticing subtle improvements you didn't expect. Clearer skin, less joint pain, fewer food cravings, more regular sleep, a lighter mood. These aren't side effects. They're signs your body is healing from the inside out. And when that happens, something bigger shifts too, your confidence. You stop seeing health as a battle and start seeing it as a relationship, one where your body actually wants to work with you, not against you. You realize that healing doesn't always come from medications or surgeries. Sometimes it starts with warm water, a lemon, and a quiet commitment to change. And maybe that's the most powerful lesson of all, that we've had the tools all along, we just didn't know how to use them. The modern world is full of distractions, quick fixes, and marketing gimmicks that pull us away from what actually works. But when we pause, simplify, and return to what's natural, our body responds with gratitude. It starts to function the way it was always meant to. It's not about perfection, it's about partnership. You give your gut what it needs, and it gives you back your vitality. If you've made it through the cleanse, take a moment to celebrate. You've done something most people never will. Not because it's hard, but because it requires slowing down and paying attention. You've taken your health into your own hands, and that's worth acknowledging. But don't stop here. Keep listening to your body. Keep choosing the habits that support your long-term health over short-term convenience. Keep experimenting with foods that make you feel energized, light, and alive. And above all, keep trusting that your body knows how to heal. You just have to create the right environment for it to do so. Whether it's 5 more nights, 5 more weeks, or 5 more years, The principles remain the same. Hydrate, nourish, rest, move, and breathe. These are the pillars of digestive wellness, not because they're trendy, but because they've stood the test of time. And finally, if this message spoke to you, if you felt seen, understood, or empowered in any way, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, because the truth is, so many people are suffering in silence. They're dealing with fatigue, bloating, anxiety, and frustration without ever realizing their gut might be the missing link. Maybe they've tried diets, pills, or endless doctor visits. Maybe they feel like nothing works. But sometimes the answer isn't more, it's less. Less complication, less confusion, less chasing the next big fix, and more simplicity, more nature, more trust in what your body already knows. If you can offer that knowledge to someone else, you might just help them begin their healing journey too. So spread the word. Reclaim your gut health. And never underestimate the power of a few quiet nights, a few real ingredients, and a decision to begin again. Your body is ready, and now, so are you.